Be the ruler of your own crown. You say, who owns the crown? What does that mean? You get a little thingy crown you put on the top of your head. He said, I'm the owner. I have the crown. Who crowned you? A lot of people didn't like Napoleon because he crowned himself. Do you think that's bad? Do you think that's wrong? Okay. That means there's so much of a belief system that it's not okay to acknowledge yourself or who you are. Always have to give that power to somebody else. They're going to tell you you're qualified. Well, you may not want to be qualified according to their standards. That means you have to, qualify to be accepted, to be part of the group, to get the job and all that kind of stuff. Okay. So we tend to be giving our crown to others. That means the dome. I'll tell you one time when I was in Washington State, and I had been really working with my voice teacher, Maestro David Kyle, where I was actually practicing and just really working at it in this one aria, and it was Puccini, and I forgot the name of it, but anyway, it was la 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 la. Anyway, that was, but at that time, I had really been working with my voice and everything, and all of a sudden, my head, I'm all by myself at home, and my crown opened, the whole head opened, like and I've been in the Taj Mahal, so it's like, I know that sound, it had opened like the Taj Mahal, and the Taj Mahal is like as a dome, which is also the king dome, the queen dome, the head dome. This is your dome. And inside the brains are really liquid crystal. And it's the mind, not even that, but the mind has been set up to actually control the crown, to control the brains, to control that system. And when you take command of your own crown, that means you acknowledge your sovereignty. And as a sovereignty does not mean that we are not part of that which is far greater than we are, that we draw from. Like independent, but we are also independent, but we're dependent. See, because how you bring the two sides of the coin together, you say, well, are you independent or dependent? Well, I'm both. But then as I transcend that, that means that I'm no longer controlled by the rules or the regulations or concepts of what dependent and independent mean, because I have also transcended that step, you see. So we work in these steps, and once you get that step, you don't need the step that you had. But it wasn't that it wasn't important. Like every experience that you've ever had, when you gain something from it, it's always a blessing. I'm making this little drawing, and my art medium is crayon. That's about my level of art. Anyway, it's great though. So I got this at the thrift shop. It's like $1 for one of those canvas things on it, and I've got it on a stand, my music stand. So I wrote "Be You to the Full" because I want to make that a pretty drawing. So I started with that, and then I put the lotus, and I saw that because why I like the lotus, it's a good analogy that the lotus can grow in murky water, but it's never influenced by the murkiness of the water. Its fragrance is magnificence and beauty. So when you when you acknowledge your own crown and you take command then of yourself, you take command of your mind, and you then, by realizing that's who you are as an independent being, who is also dependent, and so that means we're also the same, but we're also different, and we're also different. So in owning your own crown, you're going to own what goes in and what goes out, and what you want to have part of you and what you don't want to have part of you, what you want to be involved with and what you don't want to be involved with. And that's a matter of choice. And never, people say, well, you don't understand my situation. They're all the same. Oh, you don't understand my situation. I'm too old. Yeah. I'm too young. Yeah. You're not an age. That isn't who you are. Because then people prepare, and this is predictive programming. You don't want symptoms to be fixed. You don't need to fix your symptoms. If you got a problem in your body, your mind, your life, what are you doing with Band-Aids all the time? I'll fix it with this and I'll fix it with that. I remember when I was in the fix-it mood, and just always monitoring and watching to make sure they're okay, that they like me, that this is fine, and I won't lose this and that. It takes all your energy. And when you could just surrender to the divine, which is yourself, you are part of it, you witness it, and you're not torturing yourself anymore. You stop self-sabotage. So take command of your own crown and start to notice and remember different experiences that you have had that have been windows to the divine. And trust that and know that and ask for that which you desire from within, not on the without side, and not putting a mediator between you and the divine. But why do we work with teachers and such? Because they have access to knowledge from their studies and their work that we can apply and make quick progress, you see. And that means to progress, to advance, to excel our knowing and experience of the lightness